Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 190 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com. That's GoFundMe.com to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Thanks for tuning in to our Patreon exclusive bonus episode. Listeners like you are the reason we keep the show going, so thanks so much for your support. And enjoy this bonus interview as our thanks to you. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for your wonderful support of the podcast. I am so happy that we are partnering on keeping this on the air and making it available for so many people. Truly, thank you, thank you. There is a subject that is important to talk about, which is forming, finding, maintaining healthy relationships after you've been in unhealthy ones, after you've been involved in a cult, after you've been controlled by someone, after you've been manipulated by someone, and what that looks like, sort of how you find a good and healthy relationship and what you know really to look out for. So if we look at healthy relationships, we first, I think, need to address the challenges that people face after they've been hurt in a relationship. First, you have the fact that you've been most probably in a very controlled environment. So cults will often, as you know, create these highly controlled environments where members are isolated from the outside world. And this can involve living in communal settings and restricting access to other people, restricting access to information. And cults often restrict members' social interactions and limit their opportunities to develop social skills or reinforce social skills. And sometimes the way people interact in these environments is not the way people interact with each other in outside environments. I know I talk to a lot of people who say, I don't know how to do small talk. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know why other people kind of engage in that. Isn't that a waste of time? Aren't you supposed to be talking about important things, life-altering things, earth-shattering things? And so there is sometimes an impatience with small talk, chatter, just regular conversation, but also sometimes a real discomfort with it and not really knowing how to do it. There's also the fear of judgment. Former cult members may fear judgment and rejection from others, and it makes it difficult to initiate or maintain relationships. Then there's the social pressure. Members may be pressured to cut ties with friends and family who do not share the cult's beliefs or who are not in support of the person who is controlling you and manipulating you. And this isolation can lead to feelings of loneliness and dependence and a diminished sense of self. It reminds me of this quote that I heard that just because you are thirsty doesn't mean you should drink poison. And sometimes people will say, I just followed the first person or said yes to the first person who came to me after I left something and left everyone behind because I didn't want to be alone anymore. And they went with this person and started dating them, started a relationship, started following them, even in a spiritual way, just because they were needing to connect. And then also there's the difficulty with relating to others. Former cult members may struggle to relate to people outside of the cult because their experiences and worldview can be significantly different. There is also this distrust that a lot of people have learned to develop of outsiders, of the others. So if people outside the realm of that relationship or that cult are seen as evil, dangerous, misguided, people to look down upon, people to be afraid of at times, this can lead members to develop a deep distrust and also sometimes a condescension, sort of a superiority to other people. And then there's the internalized misogyny and sometimes homophobia and a lot of other things that you've come to apply to your social interactions. You might not even know that you've internalized these messages that are harmful in terms of gender equality and acceptance of gender, acceptance of sexuality. And that can also cause you to be misguided in how critical you are of others, maybe how critical you are of yourself. And you might still think that it's okay to discriminate against certain genders or certain sexual preferences. There is also the manipulation and gaslighting that you've dealt with. So cult leaders, manipulators use this kind of manipulation and gaslighting to undermine your trust of yourself. And this can make it difficult for members to distinguish between healthy and unhealthy relationships and healthy and unhealthy alliances.